So winter has finally arrived. It's cold, there's snow on the ground, and maybe you would like to start feeding birds this year. In this video, we're going to go over everything that I do to attract birds to my winter feeders so that you can be just as successful at yours. Let's go. So first, let's talk about location. Maybe you have an acre of land and you're wondering where the best area to place your bird feeder setup to attract the most birds. Or maybe you just have an outside balcony on the back of your apartment. These tips are going to help you be successful in attracting birds regardless of how much area or land that you have. So the location that I've been allowed to feed birds here for the past 5 years is this meadow area in Frick Park. Now, this meadow area is absolutely great for attracting birds because there are 2 tree lines on either side of it. And typically, as I've gone over in previous videos of mine, these open spaces with tree lines on either side of them are a great place to attract birds or to see birds, because a lot of birds that are flying into the area or moving through the area are going to land on these outside tree lines. And if you have feeders there, chances are they're going to be able to see that and then hopefully fly down and grab a few little snacks. So one of the newer points of interest that I have installed here at my feeder array are these log feeder stations. Now, these log feeder stations are fantastic because A, they're 100% free, and B, they might attract birds to your feeders that you might not otherwise. They're super easy to set up. I simply found a couple of logs behind my feeder stations here. I dug a hole, I slapped the log into the ground, and then I used an impact drill with a 1-inch bit to drill some 1-inch holes into the logs that I can stuff suet, peanuts, or anything that you want to attract birds with. Bark butter is another thing you can put in these holes. And it's actually amazing the amount of birds that actually prefer using something like this to, say, a hanging feeder or a platform feeder. I'll get dark-eyed juncos that jump up here, song sparrows, which are birds I typically won't see use platform feeders. And also this year, I've managed to attract brown creepers using these log feeder stations. So go out anywhere into the woods, find some logs, and set up some of these log feeder stations. I guarantee you're going to attract some amazing birds. Now, one item I use every year when I'm feeding birds here are these woodpecker feeders. Again, super easy. I just find some branches out in the woods. I cut them. I typically like to find ones that have interesting looking bark. So that, when I'm taking photographs, I just have, some interesting textures going on the bark to go along with the bird. And once again, these are 100% free. Simply go out, find some branches in the woods. I used a sawzall to cut them here at angles. Once again, I used that impact drill with the 1-inch bit to drill some holes. And I stick some suet in there and the birds absolutely love it. Now, the suet that I use Audubon suet. It is the cheapest that I can find on the market. I actually order it from Lowe's. I think it comes out to like $1 or something a bar. This particular one is the Audubon peanut dough. But I also love the Audubon peanut suet. Now, the peanut dough doesn't seem to freeze as well, so it's going to go a little bit faster. The Audubon peanut suet I will notice that it will actually last a little bit longer than a day, sometimes 2 or 3 days, because when it freezes, it seems to last a little bit longer. The peanut dough goes a little bit faster because it's a little bit more brittle, and because it doesn't freeze, it's easier to break off. So the birds will gobble it up as fast as they can, which is not a problem. I'm happy to see birds that want to utilize these resources that I provide for them. I'm happy to see them use it, and I'm happy to see them enjoy it. So again, Audubon peanut dough and Audubon peanut suet. And also, while we're on the topic of what types of food I like to use, when I've been feeding birds for 5 years, coming out and spreading seed every day, that it can get a little bit expensive. So I'm always trying to look for the best deal available. And I'm currently, and have been for several years, using Audubon Park bird seed. Now, I love Audubon Park birdseed because it has a variety of seeds in there. You have millet, black oil sunflower seeds, you have sunflower hearts, you have safflower seeds. And the sunflower seeds come in a variety of different shapes and sizes. So it's a great blend for attracting all types of different birds. Dark-eyed juncos, song sparrows, American tree sparrows love the millet, whereas cardinals, blue jays, tufted titmice, chickadees love the black oil sunflower seeds. So I love Audubon Park bird food, and you can get it at Costco. 40-pound bag usually goes between $20 and $26 depending on the time of year. So I highly recommend it. It is the highest quality bird food for the lowest price around. So Audubon Park bird food, recommend it. You should try it too. So a super easy way to attract goldfinch to your feeder setup is with a thistle sock. Now, this thistle sock is the only way I've ever been able to attract goldfinch to any of my feeder setups. For whatever reason, they don't particularly care for other hanging feeders or platform feeders. So the best luck that I've had is with using a simple thistle sock, and it's extremely cheap. I think I bought this one for maybe $14, and it comes with 4 socks. The socks are easy to clean. You can clean them the same way you clean any of your other feeders. I typically use 1 part to 9 parts water, with 1 part being bleach. I typically, wash it off first, let it soak in the bleach solution, let it dry, and then it's ready to go again to be used. So very inexpensive way to attract goldfinch to your feeder setup. And also I've seen dark-eyed juncos use it, and you can also attract pine siskins or redpolls if those birds happen to be in your area as well. So there you have it. Those are just some of the tips that I use to attract birds to my winter bird feeders. Is there anything special that you do to attract birds to your feeders in the wintertime? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.